welcome to my YouTube channel Adventure SG. So let's do another interesting word problem on whole numbers. Let's read the question first. Ali and Meena went to shopping together with a total sum of $300. Ali spent twice as much money as Meena. The amount of money Meena had left was 36 more than what she had spent. Ali had twice as much money left as Meena. How much money did Meena have at first? Okay, so what we have here is that there are two people, Ali and Meena, and they went to shopping together with a total sum of $300. Okay, so that is the first thing we know that. Okay, Ali and Meena together are having $300. Now Ali spent twice as much money as Meena. Okay, Ali has spent more than Meena. How much more? Twice. Okay, now the amount of money Meena had left was 36 more than what she has spent. Okay, that means that at the end, after spending her money, Meena is left with 36 more than what she had spent, right? Now Ali had twice as much money left as Meena. So whatever amount of money Meena was left, Ali had twice of it. Okay, so our job is to find out how much money did Meena have at first. So this is quite a wordy problem. Okay, and we will be using model for that. Okay, model to solve it. So let's start with drawing drawing the model for Meena, right? So what she has is that, see, she has spent some amount and she is still left with some amount which is 36 more than what she has spent, right? So let's draw it. Okay, let's say Meena is having this much amount of money at first. Okay, at first she was having this much amount of money. So this is for Meena. So let's write it here. This is for Meena. Okay, now we know that she has spent less than what she is left with, right? So let's say let's divide her money into two parts. Okay, one part is what she has spent. I have shown it with a smaller portion because she has spent less what she is still left with, right? It's written here. Meena had was left with 36 more dollar than what she has spent. So let's say this is what she has spent. Let's say she has spent 1 unit. Okay, and then obviously this is the amount she is left with. So we can say, since she is 36 more than what she has spent, so we can say, okay, we can write it like this is also 1 unit and this is 36. Okay, so this is what Meena is left with. Okay, she is left with this much and this is what she has spent. Let's represent it with SP. Okay, so this is all about Meena. It looks like she has spent 1 unit of money and she's still left with 1 unit and another $36. Now let's come to Ali. Okay, how about Ali? Okay, the first thing we notice here is at the end, right? Ali had twice as much money left as Meena, right? At the end, what Ali is left with is twice of what Meena was left with, and Meena, we know, is she's left with 1 unit and another $36, right? Then what do you think? How much money was Ali left with? He's left with twice of this amount, right? So we can draw this twice, right? So let's do that. So this is the one time. Okay, so in which we can show it as 1 unit and another 36, and since he is twice, right, we can show it like this with another unit, right, where this is 1 unit and this is another 36, right? So you can see here this amount is twice of what Meena was left. So this is what Ali was left, right? Okay, so this is what Ali was left with. Now, how much Ali has spent? Ali has spent again twice as much money as Meena, right? So expenditure wise also he has spent twice as much as Meena, and we know Meena has spent 1 unit. That means Ali has spent 2 units, right? So we can draw it here quickly. So let's say this is my 1 unit and this is another unit. So these units are to show that Ali has spent 2 units. So this is what he has spent, right? Okay, now what else do we know? From the first statement we know that all this together is how much? $300. So we can show it like this. Okay, all this together is $300, right? Now if we look at the model, what is the extras here other than units? You can see this one 36, 36, 36. So there are 3 times 336, right? So we need to subtract it from 300 so that we can calculate how much is 1 unit, right? So let's do that. So the first thing is, let's try to calculate how much will be 36 times 3. We want to get rid of all this, right? This one and this one, right? So 36 times 3 will be 108, right? And this will be we got to subtract it from 300, and that will give us what? If we just take away all these 36, we'll be left with 1 2 3 4 5 6 units, right? If we take away just these 36, right, we'll be left with 6 units. So our 6 units will be equal to 300 minus 108. So it will be equal to 192. So 6 unit will be 192. That means 1 unit will be equal to 192 divided by 6, and that will give us 32, right? So 1 unit is 32. Now let's read the final part of the question, which asks us how much money did Meena have at first. So you can see from here how much money she was having at first. She was having 2 units plus another 36, right? So let's first find out how much will be 2 unit. Since 1 unit is 32, so 2 unit will be 2 times 32. That will give us 64, right? So 2 unit is 64. We just need to add another 36, right, to find out how much Meena was having at first. So 2 unit plus another 36 will give us 64, because 2 unit was 64 plus 32, right? Sorry, 36, right? So that will give us 100. That means Meena was having $100 at first, right? So let's write our final answer. Okay, Meena had $100 at first. Okay, so that's the solution of this question. Hope you liked it. Keep watching and don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you.